some interesting problems on mean value theorems. All of you must have studied so far that the three mean value theorems in your classes. Let us recall the three mean value theorems so that we can understand its use or applications to solve some interesting problems. Okay. So you can see on the screen the first mean value theorem, the Rolle's mean value theorem. Let us see the statement of Rolle's theorem. Let f from closed interval ab to r be a function if f is continuous on closed interval ab, it is differentiable on open interval ab, and if f of a is equal to f of b, these three conditions are satisfied, then there exists at least one constant c in the open interval ab such that f dash c is equal to 0. This is Rolle's theorem. And you also know the geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. This is the curve which is continuous. As you can see, the graph of this curve is continuous, unbroken. સતત વિધેય છે એટલે એનો આલેખ એક તૂટ્યા વગરનો વક્ર છે. And it is also differentiable, means it's a smooth curve. You can draw tangent at every point. A unique tangent exists at every point of this curve. So curve is smooth. And further, f of a and f of b, this height and this height both are equal. So therefore, by Rolle's theorem, there must exist a constant c between a and b for which f dash c equal to 0. Now you know what is the meaning of f dash c. It means the slope of the tangent drawn at the point c. See, these two are equal. Now this tangent exists between a and b. There can be sometimes more than one tangent also. That means we can find two constants. One is c, other constant is d. Between a and b, such that f dash c is equal to 0 and f dash d equal to 0. Okay. Now next mean value theorem, Lagrange's mean value theorem. F is a function from closed interval ab to r. It is continuous on closed interval ab, and f dash x exists in open interval ab. That is, f is differentiable on open interval ab. Then there exists at least one constant c in open interval ab such that fb minus fa upon b minus a is equal to f dash c. So you also know this Lagrange's theorem, and the geometrical meaning is, if a function, the curve is continuous from point P to point Q, and it is also differentiable, means it's a smooth curve, then this is the line PQ joining P and Q, and for such a situation we can always find a constant C, as you can see here, constant C between A and B, such that at the point C on the curve a tangent exists and it is parallel to the line PQ. So this, because the slope of the tangent T and the slope of the line PQ both are equal, which follows from the formula of Lagrange's theorem, that f dash c is equal to fb minus fa. As you know, the slope of this line PQ is fb minus fa upon b minus a. Okay. Now the next mean value theorem, Cauchy's mean value theorem. You have studied all the three theorems so far, so just we are recalling it first. Let f and g be two functions defined on a closed interval ab. Both are continuous, both are differentiable on open interval ab. And further, the extra condition is g dash x is not equal to 0 for every x belongs to open interval ab. Then we can always find at least one constant c in the open interval ab, such that fb minus fa upon gb minus ga is equal to f dash c upon g dash c. And these are the results which are useful for discussing the interesting problems which follows from the Lagrange's theorem. This also you must be knowing. Just let us revise it. If a function is defined on closed interval ab and differentiable, then we have the following results. First one, f is increasing if and only if f is increasing on this closed interval if and only if f dash x is greater than or equal to 0 for every x. It is decreasing if f double dash x is less than or equal to 0. F is strictly increasing function if the derivative is positive throughout the interval, and it is strictly decreasing if f dash x is strictly less than 0. So if strict inequality holds, you will get accordingly strictly monotonic function. And finally, f is constant function on the closed interval ab if and only if f dash x is equal to 0 for every x belongs to closed interval ab. So keeping in mind the three mean value theorems and this result, let us discuss some interesting problems on the board. So the first problem you can see on your screen, that the equation x cube plus x plus b equal to 0 has exactly one real root for any b belongs to R. So let us consider the equation. x cube plus x plus b equal to 0. Okay. So for this equation, we have to prove that it has exactly one root for whatever b you choose from set of real numbers. In order to prove this, I will prove by contradiction. Suppose if possible, alpha and beta are two distinct roots of this equation, and suppose alpha is less than beta. Let us consider alpha is less than beta. Since alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, we have alpha cube plus alpha plus b equal to 0 and beta cube plus beta plus b equal to 0. Because alpha and beta are the roots, so it satisfies this equation. Now let us define a function f from closed interval alpha beta to r as f of x is equal to x cube plus x plus b. Let us consider this function. As you know that it is a polynomial function, and every polynomial is everywhere continuous as well as differentiable. So this is also continuous everywhere. In particular, it is also continuous on closed interval alpha comma beta. It is also differentiable everywhere, and therefore it is also differentiable here. And in other words, the function f satisfies both the conditions of the Lagrange mean value theorem, or the Lagrange mean value theorem is fine, but still something more is there. See, f of alpha. What is f of alpha here? Alpha cube plus alpha plus b, that is 0 because of 1. And similarly, f of beta, that is beta cube plus beta plus b, that is also 0 because of 1. So this says f of alpha is equal to f of beta. So now we can say f is continuous on closed interval alpha beta, it is differentiable on open interval alpha beta, and f of alpha is equal to f of beta. So this function satisfies all the conditions of Rolle's theorem, and therefore there exists a constant c in the open interval alpha comma beta such that f dash of c equal to 0 by Rolle's theorem. Now our function is this, fx is equal to x cube plus x plus b. So its derivative f dash x is equal to 3x square plus 1, and therefore f dash of c equal to 0. This thing implies you will get 3c square plus 1 equal to 0, and this gives you c square is equal to minus 1 by 3, which is not possible because left hand side is greater than or equal to 0 and right hand side is less than 0. So this cannot be equal. Okay, therefore our supposition is wrong. So what was our supposition? Okay, that equation x cube plus x plus b equal to 0, this equation has two distinct roots. That is wrong. So it proves that the first requirement, that it has only one root between a and b. Okay, now let us see a similar problem on the screen. You can see on your screen the next problem. The equation x cube minus 3x plus k equal to 0 has no two distinct real roots. I am writing this equation, x cube minus 3x plus k equal to 0 has no two distinct real roots in the open interval 0, 1 for any k belongs to R. Suppose if possible, for some k belongs to R, this equation has say two roots alpha and beta in the in this open interval 0, 1. Let us assume that by contrary, this equation x cube minus 3x plus k equal to 0 has two distinct real roots in the open interval 0, 1. Then I consider a function with the help of this equation f defined from closed interval alpha beta to R as fx is equal to x cube minus 3x plus k. Now this function again satisfy all the conditions of Rolle's theorem. Why? Because it is continuous everywhere, it is differentiable everywhere, because it is a polynomial function. So therefore it is also continuous on closed interval alpha comma beta and differentiable on open interval alpha comma beta. Further, since alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, we have alpha cube minus 3 alpha plus k equal to 0 and beta cube minus 3 beta plus k equal to 0. That gives you f of alpha equal to 0 and f of beta equal to 0. So f satisfies all the conditions of Rolle's theorem, and hence we can find some c in the open interval alpha comma beta such that f dash c equal to 0. But what is f dash c? That we can write directly from this. Derivative of x cube is 3x square. So it is 3c square minus 3 equal to 0. This I can write for f dash c. F dash c will be this, and that gives you c square is equal to 1, and therefore c is equal to plus or minus 1. C is equal to plus or minus 1. But what is this c here? This constant c is in the open interval alpha beta. So we have alpha less than c less than beta, and further this alpha beta are the roots in the open interval AB. So we have 0 less than alpha and beta is less than 1, because alpha beta both belongs to open interval 0 1. Okay, so therefore c cannot be plus or minus 1. C cannot be plus or minus 1. So we get a contradiction. Here we are proving that c is equal to plus or minus 1, and here c is not equal to plus or minus 1. So that proves that our supposition is wrong. So the result is proved that this equation has no two distinct real roots for any value of k in the open interval 0 1. So this is also a similar problem to the first one. Now let us go for the next problem. You can see on your screen problem number 3. F is a function defined from closed interval AB to R satisfying the condition mod of fx minus fy less than or equal to k times x minus y whole square for every xy belongs to R. For every xy belongs to R. Okay, and here k is a positive constant. K is a positive constant, and our aim is to show that this f is constant function. F is constant. Now let us start with this equation. This I can write as fx minus fy less than or equal to k times x mod of x minus y whole square. And let us fix y. Let us fix y is equal to a in R. Okay. Then this condition gives you mod of fx minus f of a less than or equal to k times mod of x minus a whole square, and that implies mod of fx minus f of a upon x minus a is less than or equal to k times mod of x minus a, and since this is a modular sign, it is always greater than or equal to 0. Now here we take limit as x tends to a in this inequality, then we get 0 less than or equal to limit as x tends to a fx minus f of a upon x minus a less than or equal to 0, k into 0, because limit of mod of x minus a is 0. So this gives you limit x tends to a mod of fx minus fa upon x minus a equal to 0 by the sandwich theorem, because this limit is 0 and this limit is also 0, and that gives you mod of f dash of a equal to 0, and hence f dash a is equal to 0, because if a mod of a real number is 0, then that number must be 0. But let us recall what was a there. Since a is arbitrary, this is true for every a belongs to R. That is, we have proved that f dash x is 0 for every real number x, and that means from that result fx is a constant function. Fx is a constant function. If derivative is 0, then fx is constant function. So the third problem is also proved. Now let us go to the next interesting problem. These all are very simple. Now let us take some interesting problem. You can see on your screen The fourth problem. It says if function f from closed interval ab to r is twice differentiable, f from twice differentiable on closed interval ab, and f double dash x is equal to 0 for every x in the closed interval ab, then prove that the function has the form px plus q for some constants p and q. Now let us see. This function is twice differentiable. Twice differentiable means its second derivative exists, second order derivative exists. So that means first derivative exists and it is also continuous. Okay, and because of this condition, f double dash x equal to 0, we get f dash x is a constant function. It is constant for every x belongs to closed interval ab. We know that if derivative of function is 0 for every x in the domain, then the function is a constant function. Here f double dash x is 0, f dash dash, this is 0, and therefore this function f dash function is constant function. So we are writing here f dash x is equal to constant, and let us call this constant as p. Let f dash x is equal to p for some p constant belongs to R. So what I have proved is f dash x is equal to p for every x. This function f dash x takes the same value p for every x in the domain. Okay. Not for every x here. F dash x equal to 0 for every x belongs to closed interval AB. Okay. Now we consider this function f. Since f dash f double dash, see, f double dash exists, therefore f dash has to exist. F dash exists means this function f is f dash exists means f is differentiable function, and since f dash exists, f is also continuous function. Okay, so we have this thing that the function f is continuous and differentiable. It is continuous on closed interval AB and differentiable on also closed interval AB. Now to prove that fx equal to that px plus q, I am taking any element x belongs to this closed interval AB. Let x belongs to closed interval AB be fixed. So we have this thing a and b here and x. So therefore this a to x is subset of closed interval AB. Since f dash exists for closed interval AB, that means f is differentiable on closed interval AB, and therefore is also differentiable on closed interval a to x, and hence f is continuous on closed interval ax and is also differentiable on closed interval ax. So f satisfies all the conditions of Lagrange's mean value theorem.